Hey, what's up? It's Cody the Coin Raptor. Welcome to my channel. I'm here to bring you the best crypto news and content that I can. All right, so let's take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin had a massive plunge downwards, massive. It found support here at about 17,500 or so. I've actually put the support level a little bit lower than that, but we can move it up just a little bit here. Moving it up. All right. So this is the new major support line for Bitcoin here at about 17,500. It bounced very strongly off of that level, and now it's attempting to rally up here. It hit its head on major resistance here at about 20,000 or so. Now this resistance was resistance that we saw back in June 15th or so. That was the lowest point before it broke through recently, a couple days ago, and headed downwards from there. So I expect this resistance level to be extremely strong here at about 20,000. And if it does not break through this resistance level at 20,000, then we can expect that it's going to either chop sideways, which is a strong possibility, or it's going to trend back downwards again. So this is going to entirely depend upon the amount of volume and open interest coming into Bitcoin tomorrow and the rest of today as well. So another thing I want you guys to pay attention to is if you zoom out here a little bit, the 300 moving average here. So this is on the weekly chart. 300 moving average is about 16,600 or so in that range. This has been support here that has been tested just one time. And actually, let me back out of this one. I'm going to show you here on Bitstamp instead. It's a little bit easier to make out. So this is resistance that's only been tested one time. Or this is support that's only been tested one time, and that was back in March of 20. So you have the March of 2020, that massive bear market at that point pushed down to this level. It only hung there for a very short time, and then it found support here at that 300 MA. So I would suggest that if crypto comes down, if Bitcoin comes down even further, it could potentially find support at this level too. This is a very strong support, and I would bet that many buyers are going to step in here if it goes down to this level at 16,550. Keep in mind that right there would be that right there is something I'll be watching to see, and if it breaks through that level, that is an extremely bearish sign, and then it's just going to plummet from there. One other thing I want to cover with Bitcoin is that I've been paying attention to open interest, and I found a better open interest indicator that I like. So this open interest indicator is actually on the Coin Analyze site, and it's called the Aggregated Open Interest Coin Market or Coin Margined Contracts. So what this is essentially is just an aggregated, so it takes all of the exchanges, all the exchange data coming in from the futures contracts and from options contracts, and then it aggregates them together, it totals them all together, and you get a better indicator of where all the open contracts are. So for this specifically, I have here a 15-minute chart, and you can see here on the 15-minute chart, there is a divergence. So you see the price go up, and then you see the open interest go down. And so we have a divergence right here. And so what that tells us is that if this pattern holds, this divergent pattern holds, this uptrend will get weaker and weaker and weaker and weaker. And that's what we've seen so far. It's been unable to break that strong resistance level at about 20,000. So I would expect that if this holds, then this uptrend will be weaker and weaker and weaker, and I would expect that it will continue falling unless it breaks through that 20,000 level, or if this open interest increases, then it could potentially have enough gas to break through that 20,000 resistance level. Okay. Next, we're going to take a look at Ethereum. All right, Ethereum Ethereum's doing is basically following Bitcoin. However, it's actually been, let me fix this. It's been a little bit more bullish right now than Bitcoin has. Let me fix this. All right. So I've drawn out several regions here. I'm on the 15-minute right now. And so Ethereum bounced here at about 879, and then it came all the way back up again, and it tested this major resistance level at about $1,000, broke through that level, and now, as you can see, it's testing the next level of resistance at about 1,081. That's that next level of resistance here. If it can break through, then that's definitely bullish. That's strongly bullish if it breaks through this level. I'm going to check it and see. It's probably going to keep chopping sideways at this point because that was a monster push above multiple support. It breaks above multiple resistance levels. And so with Ethereum, it's going to follow Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin heads down, Ethereum's going to head down. And it's going to head down. Either it's going to head up more or it's going to head down more because it's a risk asset compared to Bitcoin. So right now I'm just watching for ETH to break through this level. Again, that's about 1,080 or so. And I'll keep you up to date on my Twitter account. Okay, so let's talk about news. First news I have here is crypto billionaire. This is Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX. This crypto billionaire, right? He's saying that the Fed is driving the current crypto downturn. And that's not surprising at all. If you've listened to any of my videos, I've gone through and I've talked about the DXY, the dollar index, how it trades inversely to Bitcoin. And every time the Fed raises interest rates, it's going to boost the value of the dollar, which will cause Bitcoin to fall. And he's saying the Fed's raising interest rates aggressively to fight high inflation, and that's led to a recalibration of expectations of risk. So again, the Fed's fighting inflation, and that's causing a lot of investors, institutional investors, to get rid of their risk-on assets, aka Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So again, not terribly surprising, but this is confirmation of what we suspected all along here. Okay. Next, Elon Musk still buying Dogecoin. So Dogecoin pumps 8% after Elon Musk says he's still buying. So Elon tweeted this out yesterday. He said, I will keep supporting Dogecoin. And then Altcoin Gordon asked him, or said basically, hey, well, then keep buying it. And Elon said, I am buying it. And him just making that tweet alone was enough to make Dogecoin spike 8%. And I checked it recently and it's up 8.5%. All Elon Musk has to say is, I'm still buying Dogecoin, and that's enough to pump it. So Elon's still apparently very bullish on Dogecoin. Next, we have Binance. So Binance, the largest crypto exchange and most well-known crypto exchange, is adding 100,000 Bitcoin. So Binance has been adding these Bitcoin. I'm not sure exactly why it's been adding it. Maybe it's adding it as an investment. I'm not entirely sure. Adding it on behalf of a client. Again, I'm not sure. But it has been it bought a massive amount, 100,000 Bitcoin. You can check it. If you click on the link here, it'll actually take you directly to their wallet, their cold storage wallet they have here. And you can see, based on what we have here, you can see that little bump here. And then you can see here, 100,000 Bitcoin. And I mean, I think that's pretty bullish. Not necessarily sure why exactly they bought it, but the fact that they're buying would suggest that they feel like this is undervalued at the point. But again, it could mean a lot of different things. But that's just my interpretation of it. All right, so right now I have not bought anything. I have not bought anything yesterday. I have not bought anything today so far. I'm waiting to see what's going on with these markets. I'm waiting to see where this falls, and I'm just waiting for this. I think that this trend upwards here, I don't think this is sustainable at all. When you look at the macro picture and you look at the open interest indicator that I was showing you earlier that shows divergence, I think that this is actually going to come back down and it's going to retest some of these support lines here, and maybe even the 300 simple moving average on the weekly chart, and that would be about 16,500, and that would be a fantastic add point that I'm interested in adding at that point or near that point. But again, not financial advice. That's just what I plan on doing. All right, this is Cody the Coin Raptor.